speak about Philomena Cunk and yourself having a very specific encounter with her. But I'd also like to take a chance to talk to you about anything and everything, because I know there's a number of things which are close to your heart, and
There are
there's
many
a
things
number of
actually.
topics too.
It's rather awkward because the older I get, the more things seem to be interesting all round, except mathematics and driving, and apart from that, just about everything else. So anyway,
Well, in some sense, then you share Philomena's uh, what would I describe it? Well, her lack of enthusiasm for mathematics.
yes, I think one finds oneself sharing something with Philomena willy-nilly because she has such a dominant personality, which is honed into a special condition in order to dominate any forked animal that comes into her company, and you have to be extremely tough and resolute not to be swamped by it. But the one time I've done it, I had this terrific advantage over the people who were there before and came after me on that occasion, because I didn't know who she was. I'd never seen her program, and the letter came, would you like to come and talk about cuneiform writing, which is what I do in the British Museum, to be interviewed by this lady journalist? Well, of course, and what am I going to do? Say no? So over I go with a couple of drawings and a bit of this, a bit of that, and go in there. And instead of being in a studio with microphones or a kind of respectable thing, it was in a huge hall, I think part of the Admiralty or something, echoing thing with beams and paintings and all this kind of stuff. And in the middle of the empty floor, there were two chairs and the microphone stuff. And I'd never seen or heard of her. Anyway, so when I sat down, I was slightly on edge because despite my experience of these things and global success in speaking into microphones without wetting myself, I was slightly on edge by some kind of subconscious grasp. Anyway, when she opened with her first thrust of the rapier, I realized immediately what was going on. And I was very lucky, because I don't think people always do, because what happens is people obviously can't believe that they've heard something correctly. That's the first thing. So there's a kind of time when they have to, I somehow got it, and I decided the only way was to, with my rapier, and fight back, not defend myself, but fight back. And I found it wonderfully enjoyable to do this. And I don't know at the end if anybody won or anybody lost, but I felt I'd acquitted myself, and especially the British Museum, without disgrace. But